Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's the weekend that we've been waiting for in Houston, Elimination Chamber, and we have Charlotte Flair in the building. Charlotte, how are you?
Good.
Do you know where you are?
I do. Houston.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just making sure you know exactly where you are. So off camera, you were telling me you pretty much came straight to Houston from SmackDown.
Yes.
And you had this really interesting, I guess, venture with a university.
Yeah, I Skyped with a class, second year, supposedly, survey of WWE, and they did a full, I guess, analysis of my character and my growth and the storyline from Evolution to Survivor Series and to now, and it was crazy.
So hold on, so it's an analysis of Charlotte as a WWE superstar.
Yeah, not just Charlotte Flair, the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what surprised you about this whole, I mean, I've never heard a survey of WWE at a university. That's great. So
that they picked up on as much detail that I wanted, like the significance of the white robe at Evolution versus Becky. What led me to the kendo stick at Survivor Series and the months of frustration and whether I could win the big one and the gear change and then the makeup change with dark lipstick. I mean, just so many little details. It was great. It was really cool.
Just the way your character evolves back and forth and gets darker sometimes, and then, you know, we see Charlotte smiling and then.
Yeah, and they picked up on all those nuances. It's crazy.
Man, I would have loved to have that class in college. I mean, we had to study algebra.
Me too, which I wasn't good at.
Speaking of that, that's one of the things. You're actually very well prepared, or you were actually very well prepared to do something else if you didn't become a wrestler. You studied public relations, if I'm not mistaken.
Interpersonal and public communications.
That's actually my major as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's why when I saw that, I said that's kind of cool. I'm like, so she could probably work with me. That's awesome. So did that starting later in life as a wrestler, was that a difficult choice for you?
It's not that it was difficult. Now I go, man, what would it have been like if I knew, you know, in my early 20s that this is what I wanted to do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I missed so many years.
You had
and
like 6 extra years, could you imagine?
I know, and like been able to, you know, work the independent scene and travel the world before coming to WWE. But I'm like, everything happens for a reason, and my past experiences is what got me here today. So I try not to dwell on it, but I'm just like, I'll never get those years back, but it's okay.
Yeah, but it's not like you wasted them, you know, and also, I mean, it's everything's timing, right? And so it was the right time.
It was the right time, and then you look at the 4 Horsewomen in NXT, like it was a perfect storm. So I know it was meant to be. I just go, man, I can't imagine being 17 and knowing what I wanted to do with my life, or the passion.
Who does, right?
No, but I feel like everyone, or most of all the women that I work with, knew that this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted to do since they were a little girl.
And you, I mean, being the daughter of a legend, like, you would think, hey, you know.
My brothers knew. They wanted to wrestle.
Reed knew, but you just weren't sure.
Well, I played volleyball in college. So I knew I wanted to play volleyball.
You pretty much played all the sports. You got volleyball. You became a fitness instructor. I mean, is there anything else that we should know about that's not on the resume listed on?
No.
Any secrets, Charlotte?
No secrets.
No secrets. So, what happens this weekend at Elimination Chamber? You've pretty much paved your way to Wrestlemania at this point. So, are you going to win the big one?
So, I'll be sitting front row for Rousey versus Ruby.
Yeah.
I promise not to interfere. So the winner's gonna face me, main event of WrestleMania. But there's 2 other chamber
if you had
matches.
To say, hold on, if you had to say, hey, I want the easy one, which one would you pick? Rousey or Ruby?
Well, if Rousey doesn't focus on Ruby before Mania, since she's so worried about Mania, she could pick up an L.
All I can say is every time I've talked to someone a month or 2 before Mania, they've gone on to win. That's proven. It's on YouTube. You know, AJ Styles did it. You know, I'm just saying, you got the good vibe going on here. So I see something around your waist in the near future. So
that will make me the 8-time women's champion, the most titles in the history.
So did you even need to start earlier in your career? Did you even need that?
Oh, it's not about the wins. it's just I love it so much. I just wonder what it. I don't know.
Do you ever think that women's evolution would take off this hard, and,
No.
and people would actually, and I hate to say it like this, but that people will actually respect it as much as they do?
No, and I get lectured a lot by some people that like are people I go to for help or like I guess like mentors, and they're always like, you need to enjoy the journey, like live in the moment.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because it's go 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 go. I don't even know if I really grasp what's happening right now because it's like
It's fast.
just
Everything
just
is-
4 years ago. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna main event Raw. Raw hadn't been main evented in 10 years
So even living,
since Lita and Trish, and I'm like, I'm gonna main event WrestleMania as a female.
does
Like,
that really hit you that hard?
no, because I go 2008. I sat front row WrestleMania 24, and I just remember looking at 80,000 people saying thank you, Rick, and I was like, gosh, my dad means a lot to this business. I had no idea. Like, I was just blown away and just him crying, and it was the last time I was there with my whole family watching my dad wrestle. I just to think in 08 to 2019, all of a sudden I'm going to be the main event of WrestleMania. My dad never main evented a WrestleMania.
Because it was what, like 4 years later when you actually started.
Yeah.
So
No,
it never
it's just-
even at that point you hadn't
You
even
just
thought about it.
never know if you make, like, what if I had never decided to go to Florida? Like, even when I moved to Florida, I was like, is this a good decision? What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wow.
But
so,
yeah,
So how did you break it to your dad that you wanted to?
I was like,
join
Dad, I'm going to
NXT,
NXT.
and he just
I just, work hard.
just like that. You know, I gotta confess, when I was a kid watching your dad wrestle WCW, I remember watching him, and I mean, obviously I like Sting. You know, which kid didn't, right?
I did too.
And then, God, I hated Ric Flair. Like, I hated him to the point where I was like, I just really don't like this guy. And it wasn't until I got older and realized what was going on, I said, man, that guy's so good, I actually hated him. And that's the art that people don't appreciate from you guys.
Yeah.
You can make someone hate you, and it's. and
Well, I
don't
think
even
I'm the
realize
most hated wrestler right now in the company.
it.
It's okay.
I don't know. I've heard other people get booed and they don't even deserve it, right? So I don't think you're the most hated. I think they don't like to see certain people win all the time, and I mean, you can't help it, right? Sometimes you're just that good.
I'm that good.
You're that good.
Or I get handed everything, whichever you want to look at it.
Yeah, she's Quick's daughter, so just give her the championship. That's how it works.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works.
Yeah, because she doesn't know how to do anything in the ring. Like, she's Ric Flair's daughter. Just
No,
give her the
I just
championship.
go in there, stand there. That's it.
So, this weekend at Elimination Chamber, you get to sit front row. You get to watch them go at it. How do you think this weekend's going to go? I mean, there's a lot of
Well,
good
I'm
matches.
excited for to see who's going to be crowned the first ever women's tag team champion. That's going to be cool.
Who do you put your money on?
Nia and Tamina.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The bad guys.
The bad guys, baby.
Have you always liked the bad guys?
Always. Oh, well, I loved Sting and Dusty Rhodes growing up.
Okay.
Yeah. But then,
Well, Dusty was
my
kind of that
Uncle
borderline,
Arn-
though. Dusty was that borderline. He could be a bad guy, good guy.
Dusty was not a bad guy.
I don't know. There were times when I was just like, come on, Dusty, why are you doing this? And it's,
No, Dusty's
what was he like?
amazing.
Outside the ring? like,
Amazing. Well,
Yeah.
he was my promo teacher when I first started.
yeah.
I believe he had a lot to do with why I'm here today in terms of confidence and finding something that's true to yourself to bring to your character. And he believed in the ones, not that I was an underdog, but he believed in the ones that no one thought had it or were going to be something.
This weekend's Elimination Chamber, then you got your way to WrestleMania. So you're just kind of cruise your way through. Is there gonna do you think they're gonna try to throw in a wrench, kind of like they did to Becky? I mean, she wasn't expecting to get suspended.
Well, she got herself suspended.
She didn't think there was gonna be any consequences.
Well, number one doesn't talk about number two. I don't know I'm not worried about any obstacles. I just know I'm going to be the main event of WrestleMania.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And I mean, like I said, you talk to me, you're gonna get that belt around your waist. And,
Yeah.
8 times, right? How many does your dad have? How many times he's champion?
How many times?
Is your dad world
16.
heavy champion? So you're about halfway there.
Halfway.
You're halfway there. You're good to go.
Only got 20 more years.
Cool. Well, you want to give me some, I don't know, some predictions for this weekend? You got Tamina and Nia. What about the
Tamina and
guys?
Nia for a tag team. I'm going to go with AJ Styles for the men's chamber. I'm going to go with the Usos.
How do you feel about
for
Shane
the
McMahon
tag
and
team.
Miz being the tag team champions again?
But I'm going for the Usos.
Okay, good.
And
Do you think Shane should just call it quits on the ring? Just say, you know what, I'm stick to
that's
the
not
back.
my call.
I mean, how do you feel? Do you think there's a time when a wrestler has to say, all right, that's it, you know?
My dad would still be wrestling if he could, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole other animal, though. He's just,
Yeah.
he's. I don't think I don't
Totally.
think he'd ever want to retire. But Elimination Chamber this weekend in the Toyota Center in Houston. And tickets are still available on the website, of course. And you get to see Charlotte, you know, enjoy it front row. And then you get to see her at WrestleMania.
It's my ring.
It's yours.
It's mine.
It's a
so
wrestling
bring
ring.
it. Come.
Anything you'd like to tell the Texans fans? The Texas fans?
Remember, always do it with Flair? Woo!
Awesome. Charlotte Flair.